Hello everybody. Okay, I want to do a quick video on what's it called? The tension that your sewing machine has. Because I've had a couple questions for, I think there was like one girl or somebody that asked me, how do you set the tension, or what do you do about the tension on your sewing machine? And right now, I'm just looking at my basic sewing machine here. And this is the one that I use in most of my videos, probably all of my videos. It's the Brother, this way, LX-3125. So I use that sewing machine a lot in everything, just because it's simple, not because it's, you know, the best sewing machine in the world, but it's simple and it gets the job done. And also it's simpler for you guys to watch me if I'm using a sewing machine that's, you know, on your level and something that you can use. And plus, I don't like stuff that's too complicated. You have to learn about it anyway. Okay. This is, you set your tension in two places, okay? This is your upper tension here, your tension dial. And most times, they'll tell you to put it somewhere between 2 and 4, basically. It just depends on what you're sewing. That will tell you how it needs to, you know, run. And then I'll do a separate video on what the stitching looks like when you're actually sewing. But basically, this is just to tell you, to give you a quick answer if you need it. This is about where your tension needs to be for your upper tension. And it's not showing very clearly. See? There we go. Okay, so you see the little dot at the top. If it'll stop focusing on me. There we go. You see the little dot at the top. Your tension should be somewhere between, like I said, 2 and 3. You can put it right on 3. You can put it between 2 and 3. You can put it between 3 and 4. You kind of have to test it to see what works best for your stitching. Because as much as we would like for every machine to be the exact same, they're just not, and that kind of makes it more complicated. But the good thing, like I said, I've at least narrowed it down. Now, they have the different tensions, and they have all the rest of the numbers, because sometimes you might need to sew a thicker fabric and you might need to relax the tension a little bit, and sometimes you might need to sew a thinner fabric and you might need the tension to be a little more sturdy, just a little bit, because with the thin fabric sometimes the tension is too tight and then we end up pulling the fabric into the presser feet. So anywho, that's the first place to change the tension. That's the upper tension, and then the lower tension would be here. If this is your bobbin, this is the bobbin case that comes with the machine. So if you're here, come on thing, see, that's why I don't like to let you focus on your own. This screw is how you change the lower tension. It's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, basically. If we're looking at it, righty would be turning it that way to this side, around that way. And then lefty would be turning it that way, or to this side, or that way. That would be lefty. So don't confuse it and look at it some other way. I don't really know what other way you could look at it, because you can only face it one way, and turning it that way would only be one direction, always the same direction. So righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So that's that. Now when you put, if you take your bobbin and you put your bobbin in there, and remember, if we're looking at it, if this is the way the bobbin unwinds, it should go in that way. So meaning that if I pull it, and hopefully you can see this, I'll show it to you like this. Oh, well, look at the autofocus. It does it by itself today. Anywho, so if I pull it, it's going to unwind that way. Okay? So we're going to take it and pull it up through the little slit at the top. Alright, autofocus. And take it and pull it through the little slit at the top. And this way. Until it pops in there. Ah! Okay, so once you have it here, this is how you can tell how strong the tension is. If it should kind of pull out easily. and not easy, but like, you know, without you having to try too hard. So the way you know if it's different, you change this, and remember righty tighty lefty loosey. So I'm gonna turn it to the right with my humongous gremlin nails. I love it. So see, I've turned it to the right some. Okay. Now you should notice, as I can tell, the tension is much tighter. So basically, I'm assuming what the screw does is push down on this plate more, and then it doesn't come out as easy. And so I'll get back to you, like I said, on what reasons that could be a little better. Because sometimes, like when you're sewing that elastic thread, you need the tension to be a little tighter than normal. So, but you would have the elastic in the bottom thread in this bobbin, not in the top thread. And you would need the tension to be a little tighter. So now I'm going to turn the tension back. We're going to do the lefty-loosey. I think it's a little too lefty or a little too righty-tighty for me to take it lefty-loosey. Where's my screw? So I have finally turned it lefty-loosey, and it comes out much easier now. With the bobbin, there's no easy way to just say, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like. Just know that, okay, if you turn it lefty-loosey and it comes out like water, and then you turn it righty-tighty, and it's like you're trying to move a rock with a piece of thread, then the middle should be about, you know, it should have some tension, but it shouldn't be hard to pull out. It shouldn't just come out like there's no tension at all, but, you know, if that makes sense at all. So hopefully this video helped, and I hope it wasn't too long. But anyway, talk to you guys later. Bye!